Challenge-based learning is getting very popular as an educational concept, especially in engineering education, because it can prepare engineers for the future challenges they will encounter in their working life. So within challenge-based learning, we have a lot of questions that remain unanswered. One of them is how we can optimally support students to learn within an environment that is open-ended and very dynamic. So this is also the focus of the current research that we have conducted. The setup of the research we actually conducted aimed to understand how two variations of teacher regulation might influence student learning. So we designed one challenge-based learning course, but we provided two different variations for the students. On one hand, in one variation, the teacher was the one providing the structure and the guidance through materials and activities, and we call that variation the strong teacher regulation, while in the other variation, the teacher was intentionally taking a step back, letting students be in the lead of their learning. We call that variation the shared regulation. So we wanted to compare the outcomes between these two variations. This research resulted in many interesting findings. The first thing we noticed was that students in the shared regulation initially struggled more with the setup compared to the strong regulation because they had less guidance.
One of the things that I really like about this course that scared me at the start is the fact that we have a lot of freedom. I like to compare it with a play garden. If students don't jump and they don't start to play, nothing happens. So the more openness you give, the more openness students have to do nothing as well.
They have to decide what they do with their time, and of course I'm there as a teacher, but my role as a teacher is much more the role of a coach. I'm there if they need me, and if not, they can just carry on working.
The students who were in the shared regulation group reported significantly higher learning gains when it comes to cognitive skills, metacognitive skills, self-regulating learning skills, and autonomous behaviors.
They are more confronted with ambiguity, they practice more with that, and therefore they develop these skills more.
The biggest advantage of the strong regulation is that it represents a natural next step from what students and teachers already know from other traditional methods of teaching. So the friction is not that big for the students.
Another thing for me as a teacher is, if I scale up a class, strong regulation gives me a structure in which I can more or less determine what the students will do. So it helps in scaling up a class. And that's really a strength of the strong regulation.
We also kind of make suggestions about methodology.
Normally we have some readings to do and we firstly start discussing those.
They're trying to guide you to find the path and the way to reach the outcome.
So in terms of academic achievement, we didn't see a significant difference between the two groups. It means that the students in both groups reached the same grades and the same reported learning gains.
Whether I do the strong or the shared regulation, the learning will be the same, which is a very important impact.
So we would like to encourage teachers to trust students and give them more opportunities to really be in the lead of their learning.